Okay, it should be live. Hi, it's me, your Mother Goose Justine, and I am back with another Amberlynn Reed related react, and I would love to welcome my gaggle back to my flock. Well, today we have another one of Amber's X's or O's coming out of the woodwork, trying to get a click. So I'm going to have a timestamp so when this reaction begins, pinned in the comments. I'm actually, to be honest, I'm excited to see this one because Becky, we all know that Beck's been through the ringer, right? So, yeah, I'll have a timestamp, excuse me, to this one in case you guys want to skip right to it. Friggin'. Anyway, hold on. Let me turn my thing. Marshmallow of Doom said, I think Beck has said before that they only want to be called Beck. Amber knows that because people tell her, of course. This is the first I've heard of this, guys. If I slip and make a mistake, I have literal lesions in my brain, and I don't mean to be rude. I'm just, guys, I can't. Can I list the things I've done today? I'm so tired. Thank you, Lola. Said the hair looks gorgeous. Thank you. I can show you guys well, I washed my hair today. That was one of the things I did today. At around 1 o'clock p.m., I was like, oh, okay, let me do the litter box on the floor real fast, and I'll wash my hair, and then I'll set up a stream. So doing all that took until now 6 p.m. because because I had to stop and eat twice, friggin'. Oh, thank you. No, I don't mean to. Sorry, Doom said no. It's okay. I know. Well, Amber's different because that was. They were literally engaged, so it's it definitely matters. I feel like for Amber to not be respectful of that is a little differently. Oh yeah, no, I literally didn't know. I don't know. Anyway, so plus I don't know. It's always Becky's fault, so it just kind of rolls off the tongue. I don't mean to. Let's see. Oh, I didn't even say who was first. Sorry, I got Moonlight was first. And next was Danny. Let's see. Ashley, Lola, Lulu, Midori, Courtney, Marshmallow, Bees, Fala. Hey, everybody. So, anyway, so now I want to get to the hair. You know what I mean? This has been a fantastic wash day. So I did want to talk about it. I did cut my hair, Cole. A few washes ago I cut it. It's finally... I'm trying to... So I cut it, but this is it. This is the last time I'm cutting it. Now I like the layers, so I feel like I can let it grow now. And that's what I want. I want long hair again. I don't like this... I feel like I look like a... Not cute. With this, so anyway... It's okay. So the wash day. Your hair looks. Oh, Shaggy. You look like Shaggy from Scooby. Shaggy's got a great haircut. I wish my hair was a little bit more like that, but I don't know what I'm doing with it. I'm growing it out. I'm done. Oh, thank you. Eileen said it's so good. Okay, yeah. Back to the wash day. Sorry. So anyway, and then we'll go back to talking about Beck. I'm so excited to see what Beck's talking about here, but okay, so this is the shampoo. I've always talked about this. One of my favorite shampoos, Twist. Hit Reset, light clarifying shampoo. One of my favorites. I love this. I use this almost every wash day. I also like I use the Pacifica Vanilla Oat Milk Volumizing. They have a volumizing collection, the Vanilla Oat Milk. So I used the conditioner today. The shampoo for this is amazing. I love it. I get so much volume from it, but I needed a clarify today. So I used that conditioner. Love this conditioner. Okay, and then I use this, I can't recommend this enough. Root Boost Uplifting Spray. I do that in the roots. I get so much, when I tell you my volume lasts a week, I swear, this. I really like a little... I do probably 5 or 10 squirts on the scalp and then mix it up. And this is the gel. Curl Maker by Camille Rose. That's been my wash day, the past few washes. Anyway. Oh, thank you, Jade. You're looking great. Thank you. Anyway, thank you guys. Anywho's. Oh no, friggin' Travis, you're so you've got like dryness on your. Oh, that sucks, Travis. I'm sorry to hear that. Some kind of. Let's see. What can you do for that? I'm not sure. I never. My scalp is never dry, or flaky or anything. I don't. It's not because I have such gray hair, but I don't know. I've just never had that. I'm not sure what's the best. Like I don't know. I like a good shampoo. I feel like a good shampoo, like a nice clarifying shampoo, is so helpful. Anyway. Oh, thank you, Jade. Yeah, this has been a great. Oh yeah, and then I use hairspray at the end when it's dry. Got to use a stronghold hairspray. I use the Curlsmith one. So when I like my volume lasts for many days, friggin' right with this wash day, but the definition doesn't last that long. It doesn't look good, but it looks voluminous. Actually, do I have a picture of it? I think I have a picture of my hair because I took it. Why did I take a picture? I have a picture of what my hair looked like before I washed it that I took for my niece. Here it is. Let me see if I can. It's just not very defined. It's. Anyway. It looks like not good, but look how much volume it has though. Right? Anyway. I gotta get my chat back on my phone now. I had a very good wash day. I'm very excited about it. Okay. Da-da-da. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like everyone's coming out of the woodwork to call out Amber. Oh, you bought a Daria hoodie, Manos? Where did you get that? Oh, scalp mask. That's a good idea, Marshmallow. Heck yeah. Perfect way to kill time before the Lions game. What, is that on tonight? No, that's not on tonight, is it? Is the Lions game tonight? I thought that was... Hold on. I'm like, now I got it. My friggin' chat's behind. I want to talk about football briefly. Because it's on at 8? The Lions and Commanders are tonight? I thought that was tomorrow. Thank God. Who said that? They deserve to be a moderator. You told me about the game tonight. Craig? Oh, Craig. I owe you. I thought that was tomorrow. I am so excited for this game. I'm excited for this game, but well, fuck, I'm excited, but I wanted to talk about something that's really bothering me. Hey, Jamie. I'm glad you came. You're just in time for me to complain about football. Travis said I can pretend to know what Dad talks about tomorrow. Huh. Well, the Commanders, it's... I feel like football was ruined for me a little bit today, right? It happened today. Well, there's been rumors about this, but it's like really bothering me that Kellen Moore, our offensive coordinator, the Eagles' offensive coordinator, is talking to is in talks about being the head coach of the Cowboys, like this weekend. Like that's happening now, and that's really bothering me to a point. Like it's really bothering me because the Cowboys are a rival to the Eagles, and it's just I don't know, like my mind can go crazy with conspiracy theories, but I just don't like this, and I don't trust our offensive coordinator now. Now I don't trust him. Because I feel like he might have an incentive for the Eagles to not do well in the playoffs this year. And that, and now I can't get that out of my head. And now I feel like I'm manifesting it. And it's, really worrying me. And I'm not happy about it. And I just wanted to get that out. And I'm really not happy about that. Hey, Dory. Oh, I'm so glad you made it. You happen to come. Man, this is a. What is this? This is a light one tonight, it looks like, so. Oh, Travis said, oh, your family's from Minnesota. Oh, yeah, that's the Minnesota Vikings. Unfortunately, I am spiraling, Jamie. I'm nervous for tomorrow, and I have reason to be. Now I have double reason to be nervous. Yes, I'm spiraling, Jamie. Because I'm nervous about the game to begin with, obviously, because their season might end tomorrow, right? Or we can go to the NFC Championship. That'd be cool, but we have to make it past tomorrow first. So I was nervous about that to begin with, and now our freaking offensive coordinator's talking about being the head coach of the Cowboys. It's. You're laughing. I'm not laughing. Why am I a football fan? I hate this. I hate football. Hate this. I was so upset about this, I didn't even wear an Eagles top today. Did you see that? I'm wearing a shirt with freaking mushrooms on it. I'm like so nervous about tomorrow. So this is a big deal. So either the Lions or the Commanders is going home tonight. That's crazy. That's tonight. Oh no, I didn't know this was tonight. What's the matter with me? I've been. All right, I have like an hour and 45 minutes until then. Oh, you had a fantasy league, Jamie. Oh my God, that's like, I can't imagine. If I had, yeah, I would, I would certainly get worked up in that case. I'm very nervous about tomorrow, guys. Jamie said Megan must be pre-gaming. Oh yeah, it's a big. Gosh, who am I rooting for tonight? Oh no, who am I rooting for tonight? I don't know. I can't even think about anything else other than our game tomorrow. That's it. I can't even think about anything else. I can't even imagine a scenario where I can't even where we win tomorrow and we're moving on. And who do I want to play next week? I can't even go there. Wow, 11 years. That's crazy, Jamie. That sounds stressful. That's stressful. My dad does that, so he certainly gets more worked up about games than me. One time he bet against the Eagles, and the Eagles won that game, and I gave him a hard time. That was once. So, anyway. You hyperfixate on anime and birds. It's funny, Travis. I used to like birds. Well, I still do like birds. It's just, I have cats now, and I feel like the cats wouldn't like the birds. I miss Tim. Where's Tim been? Maybe he's been upset because of the Cowboys. I don't blame him. Look, they did not have a good year. No wonder they won our offensive coordinator. Even though our offense, the Eagles' offense, is my least favorite part of our team this year. But that's okay. Wait, I keep going live during... What football's on right now? Am I missing something right now? What game's on right now? Am I missing something? I thought everything was on tomorrow. I have been like... Birds aren't real. Blue Castle. What football's on? I know there's a game on tonight. The Lions game. Fuck, I didn't even know that was on tonight. I am like at it. I'm like so. Oh, the Texans and Chiefs. That's right. I was kind of not. I actually didn't realize that was tonight, but I was probably not going to watch it anyway. I'm not going to lie. Travis said I'm anti-Cowboys because of generational trauma. Yeah, I was kind of not interested in that game. Mostly because I was just not expecting an upset or anything there, so. Well, it's close. I shouldn't. It's probably a good game. 6-13. right now. Yeah, I was. I'm not gonna lie. This game, it's probably because I was just not gonna watch this game. So I'll see what happens with it. But I was fully thinking that the Chiefs are just gonna win this game. So I don't know. I'm kind of not really into the AFC games. I'm not gonna lie. I watch them sometimes, but usually if I do that, it's usually because it's something related to the Eagles somehow. That's terrible, Teddy. Come on, to yell at me like that. I have a freaking timestamp to when the react begins when I post these on YouTube. That's terrible. Look, I was just talking all about how freaking tired I was because of this and that. Look. Anyway, I didn't even get to listing all the things I did today, which I said I was going to do. So, the game is tied. Oh, I'm missing. I'm sorry, guys. See, now it's a good game. Now I want to watch it. Wow, what's the matter with me? I'm going live at a bad time. What's the matter? I was so focused on my game only tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even good at. If I hyperfixate on football, I'm not even hyperfixating correctly. So. You're getting Teddy educated on American football. Listen, my team's in the divisional rounds of the playoffs. Let me enjoy the moment. Okay? It's not every season that your team makes it to the playoffs. Usually, most teams don't make us to the playoffs. So friggin', Marie will keep us updated. Hold on, now I gotta open a tab with the Texans game on. I'm not gonna lie. I figured this would. Wow. 12-13. That's crazy. This is a good game. What happened? Was the kick no good? Huh. Okay, let me get my chat up on my phone, and I want to get this started because now I want to watch this game. Sorry, guys. This is just, it's where I'm in anyway. Travis is gonna nod along with me so they can keep their man card. That's so football's an ancestor of rugby, Doom. See, I don't know. I'm not very good at knowing sports. What? I'm not sure. All right, guys. Let me get this up. Let's get this going because let's watch. I don't know. I'm very eager to watch the Chiefs win again. Oh yeah. There we go. DNSS said, why don't we watch the I thought you were saying why don't we not watch the game together? Go blue team. Why don't we watch the game together? So because I would get copyrighted, that's why. So maybe I could work out something like that with the Eagles game, but all right, my response and life updates. I wonder response to what? Okay, let me this going. Okay. Okay, I haven't heard from Beck in a while, right? The Springboks? What are the Springboks? What's that? Is that a rugby thing? All I know is that we are not the only team that does the tush push. But every time the Eagles do the tush push, they gotta make speak a whole speech about the friggin' tush push and rugby and blah blah blah. Every friggin' time Jalen Hurts is doing a tush push. But when friggin' every other team does the tush push, no one gives an F. And it's really annoying. Springbok is like an antelope? Oh, it's a South African national rugby team. Oh, antelopes are cute. All right, let's. I'm actually really curious what's been going on with her and how she's recovering from dating Amber. So let's see what's going on with this.
Hello, I know
Hi.
it has been a long time since you guys have heard from me, and this is going to be a little bit of a different video than normal. I know you're used to seeing my face. I was really nervous to make this video, and I still am, but I thought it was really important to make it. So I sat down and I wrote everything down to help me organize my thoughts so it would come out more clearly, and I wasn't jumbling over my words or saying too much like I usually do.
So Jamie says this is Beck's response to Amber Lynn. So if response to what though? That's the thing. Okay.
I'm just going to show you guys some speed drawings while
I'm going to do my best. Thank you, Jamie.
I talk to you about what's going on and where I've been and so on. People have asked me a lot about why I don't make my own videos or live stream anymore. They want to know why I haven't used the platform.
I don't wonder. I don't wonder because what Beck's been through was traumatic. So, not only that, it was like a traumatic relationship that was on the internet for all to see and judge and whatnot. It's like the worst.
Handed to me.
I don't need to know. And then plus, right, Beck made a channel, but like, they don't get Amber Lynn Reid views, so what's the point?
To make money. And the main reason is because this community, even though a lot of you have been kind and supportive, has been and is very harmful and toxic mentally for me. While I've grown as a person and have become more aware of the mistakes I've made in the past, it's become embarrassing to have ever been a part of Amber's life on and off YouTube.
Yeah, oh man, that actually, like, honestly, it's making me feel... I was on the fence about even reacting to this because I'm sure that this is a chapter in Beck's life that they want closed. So, you know... Yeah.
After the breakup was to move on as an individual and separate myself from what happened in the past. But when that audience consists mainly of people who have heard of me from Amber's videos, separating the two while still existing online became impossible. Absolutely. A lot of people know
I've always liked their artwork
of me from that time.
And you guys know, I always did, even back when they were dating. You guys know I did. I was always supportive of this and whatnot, but like, it's like... See, in the Amber Lynn Reid world, people only, you know, I hate to say it, they basically really only care about Amber.
In my life, and I have had to accept that and keep moving forward. I went through a lot back then, and I made mistakes. It wasn't the person I wanted to be or who I am now. When I chose to go to Karina Kaboom's channel, it was because I wanted to tell part of my story in a way that was from a safer distance so that I couldn't be accused of being a grifter or profiting off of it.
I hate, you know, I gotta say, that that's one of my... The only people that... I don't know. I don't want to, like, friggin'... A lot of people are jealous that they can't make money online. I'm just gonna come out and say that because... In some people's minds, making $1 online is grifting, and that's annoying. No, it's making $1, actually. That's what it is. It's, I mean, like, your job is grifting. Like, you're grifting. You're working for the man for $1. Like, that's, like, that's really annoying. It's like, I don't see anything wrong with Beck frigging getting a click over dating Amber. I just don't. What are you guys saying? Sorry. I love the 90s nostalgia too, Manos. Oh yeah, Amber's aunt was definitely on Kiwi Farms, Dory. Tammy, right? So, hey Matt. I know Marshmallow of Doom said, I would hate so much to be in Beck's position where people always associate her with her history with Amber. That's the thing, because... the only way for Beck to make money online is unfortunately to talk about Amber. I hate to say it, but the only reason why I clicked on this was because apparently Beck talks about Amber. So
it's for answering some questions. I was offered no money from Karina's video, and I didn't expect any profit or fame from it. Right. The reaction was still very mixed and hurtful, and I know I can't please everybody. I still felt like Amber's
can't please a dang person online. Nope. Addicted to cold brew. Thank you so much for the super chat. For your grips, Mama Goose. Thank you. For your grip. this is a grift, right? So, you know, I mean, to an extent, you know, like, we're all, you know, look, would I do this for free? Maybe. I don't know. That's, you know, what I'm saying is, like, I didn't. It's like all the people saying that would make $1 online if they could. I know they would.
Narcissism was being fueled by the people who would
Thanks,
attack
Matt. Yes, please like the stream. Thank you.
anyone remotely connected to her, no matter what role they played in her life. Even though she only keeps benefiting financially and growing her ego through this vicious cycle. It was discouraging, and I just stopped trying to speak up altogether. Even with the support of a lot of you, it was hard to not internalize the negative things being spread about me by Amber and others. I know that in my Q&A with Karina, I talked about the money Amber owed me. I never did see any of that money and still haven't. For a while, I was in contact with an attorney who claimed to be able to help me get the money back that I earned working for Amber, but it wasn't possible to serve her anything without an updated address. More time passed, and with the distance growing between myself and the public, I just let it go. But
wow, so she was going to sue Amber? Wait,
recently
they called Amber a narc. I did hear Becca refer to Amber's ego growing. That's not the only part of Amber that grows, but anyway.
Told that Amber has started talking about me again. And the more time...
Yes. So this is Amber saying, when we broke up, I felt bad, so I let her have all the money she needed, but Feline didn't like that. She didn't even use that money on a car. Gosh, I could say many things I can't. I remember all this. Yeah, she said this in a, wow.
Passes, the more she believes that I'm being
quiet. Poor Beck. I can't, like, man.
Because I'm weak. She lies about me because she thinks that she has power over me and that my fear of the public reaction will shut me up and that everyone will be left with...
You don't, Beck, that's... I don't know. I just can't imagine... I don't know how many, if many people who, like, why react to Beck negatively? Why? For what reason? I don't know. I've thought of Beck like a victim. I'm not gonna lie, because anyway. Dory said that's the only thing that's odd. Lawyers should help you locate and serve the papers, or am I wrong? I would assume so too. Anyway, I'm sure Pookie is spiraling. I did see that they made that Amber made a post about like the Zachary Michael and mental health thing and friggin'. Oh yeah. I don't know if I want to step in that mess because I don't know. It's because it's exhausting. It's like it's exhausting. Like what? So is Amber? What's the fight about? Like, what? How can Amber think anything other than, yes, she needs help? Like, what? In what world does she not need help? She can't even control herself from pressing the order button on Uber. Like, she obviously needs mental health. What's the debate? What's the friggin'... I don't know. Anyway.
No choice but to believe whatever lies she spread. Well,
yeah, it was definitely financial abuse, Jamie. Because friggin'... So, because I remember, like, so Amber was apparently giving Beck money for the live streams, for Beck sitting in the live streams, but friggin'... But then Amber all of a sudden's like, oh, by the way, you have to pay bills. So they didn't actually get any money.
Wrong about me, and she no longer has that power over me. I want to be the one who tells my story. I'm going to show a screenshot of a live that Amber commented on about me and address some things. But first, I want to point out that she continues to use an incorrect name, even though she has been told that I don't go by that name anymore. I feel it's disrespectful to continue to call me by my old name, despite me saying myself that I now go by Beck, and her being corrected by viewers and reaction channels many times. I'm not surprised, however, as she has never respected me or anything I've said before now. She also used incorrect pronouns, but I understand that I've stated in the past that I was okay with she, they pronouns. I'm stating now that I only use they. So the first thing she said is, when we broke up, I felt bad, so I let her have all the money she needed, but Feline didn't like that, which made sense. She gave me $100, and that's what I used to go get the U-Haul with. And I
Wow,
only had
whatever
one
the...
day with that U-Haul because I didn't have enough money to
Ay,
pay
ay,
for an
ay.
extra day. And I was trying to rush and pack everything that I could as quickly
Amber accused Zach of threatening her with assault.
as possible. And I was running out of time, so I had
So Travis said Amber said on video she would pay back and never gave them any of the profits. It's disgusting.
little breakdown and was crying about it, saying I didn't know how I was going to pay for extra time with the U-Haul because I didn't have the time to get everything. And she started laughing about it.
Wow.
So she was laughing about the fact that I couldn't afford to.
I actually believe this entirely. I believe this. I believe this entirely.
Continue to have the U-Haul for longer. So no, she obviously didn't feel bad and she didn't care at all. And she did not give me all the money that I needed, or else why would I have been struggling and crying about the fact that I couldn't afford to have the U-Haul longer? And about using the fundraiser money on my old car, that's exactly what I did. I got the car fixed because of that help, and I was extremely thankful for it. There was a little bit of money left over that I put toward bills like insurance and the car payment. The only portion used for anything else.
Sorry, I'm like watching the drawing, so I keep like being quiet because I'm like watching the drawing happening. Yeah, Amber was cartoonishly mean to Beck. Like an evil character. It was almost like, it reminded me, like, if you guys remember, I mean, Type 1, if you remember JP Metz, because JP Metz was like mean, but it's like a character, you know. It's, in fact, that's what's funny about the character is how cartoonishly, almost narcissistic JP Metz was. You know, I used to call you minions and losers, you know, and consider myself much better than my audience. But it was funny because that's funny, right? But then in the Amberland, it's not funny because like she's being mean for no reason. Yeah, you guys remember JP Metz, you know. JP Metz wasn't nice, but that was funny about it, right? Because it was cartoonish. But Amber, when Amber does it, it comes off much more evilly.
Was the $12 or so that Amber begged me to give her for the Netflix account I'd still been using. I was able to drive that car beggment. The only portion used for anything else was the $12 or so that Amber begged me to give her for the Netflix account I'd still been using. I was able to drive.
You know, it's just funny because, I don't know, usually exes just silently continue using each other's accounts without, you know, maybe that's just me, I don't know, but like, I don't know, it's just weird that she made a thing about it.
That car up until a few months ago because of those donations. I wouldn't have been able to do that without that help, and I will always be grateful for that.
Jamie said, imagine making Amberlynn money and asking someone for 12. I know.
And side note, I did not have her debit card on me all the time. The only time I had it was whenever she would send me to do errands for her.
I was about to say, she probably had it. So, excuse me. They probably had it because they were like getting stuff for Amber because Amber was usually hungry and demanding food, I'm assuming.
Or to pick something up for her. And I always came back with a receipt to show her what had been bought with her debit card. The next messages say, gosh, I could say so many things, but I can't. She said she would sue me, so I have to shut up. But people would be shocked and not believe a word I say.
Wait. Okay. Gosh, I could say so many things, Amber says. She said she would sue me, so I have to shut up, but people would be shocked and not believe a word I say. This is baloney. This is BS. That's BS, Amber. You don't have a single bad thing to say about Beck. Like, Amber looks nothing but trash in this situation. You're kidding. So what are you saying? That Beck... I don't know. Right, that's... Dory said, you have an ex still paying for your Spotify, Dory. I'm just saying. Usually, I don't know, especially if it's kind of an amicable breakup, which I've had nothing but personally. Um, for the most part, anyway. Like, yeah, who asked $12 for Netflix? It's weird. Why don't you just change the password?
To me, so I have to shut up. But people would be shocked and
Hey,
not believe.
Megan, I'm sorry. I didn't realize the Lions game was tonight. I lost my mind. So yeah, that's why I'm trying to hurry this along because I want to watch football things now. Even though I kind of don't like football anymore, which I talked about in the beginning of the stream. But anyway,
Word I say. Gosh, I wonder why they wouldn't believe you, Amber.
I know
You have a history of lying, and you're doing the same thing right now.
I can't.
You have nothing on me, and I know that. I did threaten to sue you, but that was to stop you from relentlessly talking about me like you were. You had no reason to talk about me. I've come out and said things only in response to you bringing me up. The threat to sue did not stop you, as seen in this screenshot. You haven't said these shocking things because they don't exist. Anything you could possibly say truly would be a lie. I will no longer stay silent if you try to spread lies about me. I've told parts of my story, and it's all been true, and never said in an insulting way either. I have so many gross things that I've seen you do.
I don't know why Beck said that, because now basically Beck is inviting Amber to keep talking, and Amber's going to do that because Amber's got no other content. What else is she going to talk about?
Me and the people in my life that I've kept quiet about because those things are embarrassing or have something.
All right, Matt, I don't want to debate pronouns in here because friggin', honestly, it's kind of even, it's like, basically it's like irrelevant to like this anyway because no matter the gender of Amber's ex, Amber sucks anyway.
To do with very personal matters. Despite how you've treated me, I still have empathy. However, if you want to lie about
thank you, Dory said Beck should have added up the cost of her acting like an Uber driver. Thank you. Anyway, no, I don't think we're gonna solve the gender debate in this chat here. That's the only reason we don't need to do. I'm just saying because I don't have the brain power for anything other than like it's just such a big football. I'm so distracted. This is an awful react. Sorry. It's 20-12 now, Marie. Thank you.
I won't hold back. I'll be brutally honest about things I know about you.
Whoa. All right, I need to get this. I need to look. Now that's a video I would click. I hate to say it. I hate to say it.
This comment, she said she had a job.
You know what, Jamie? Please reminds me. There's something political I briefly want to talk about at the end, though, that I learned about just today, and we will talk about it. We will talk about politics for a second, guys. For 1 second, when this is done. So I'm clickbaiting that. I'll have a timestamp to when that begins too. Excuse me. Thanks for ending the debate. There's no the debate's just not going to be solved here in an Amberlynn Reed react. Anyway, so I have to show up, but people would be shocked and not believe a word I say. Amber, just shut up and say it. Like that's so okay. Amber says Beck had a job that was ruining her back. I told Beck that they didn't have to go through with that. I was helping Beck. Oh, Amber's so giving. I made a lot of money and wanted to take that burden off of. You're kidding me. I can't. That's so full of Amber. Like, what is Amber's problem? Just leave Beck alone. It's just like at this point you're just like picking on. Like it's ridiculous. Shut up, Amber. Amber looks terrible. Yeah, Mano said, what if Beck and Jade came together and spilled some tea? Oh my god, guys, the stream I would have. That's definitely something I would click. Generous Lynn, Courtney. Generous Lynn. Took the burden off Beck. That's why she paid for half a U-Haul.
She didn't have to go through that. I was helping her. I made a lot of money and wanted to take that burden off of her. Yes, in the beginning, she did make it seem that me quitting my job would be beneficial for my health and that it wouldn't be so hard on me anymore. But I learned very quickly that whenever I did quit my job, that it was just a control tactic. She said she wanted to be the main breadwinner. And all the things that she said I would be able to do, like see my family more, those things didn't happen. I was just...
Travis, I'm doing my best. But the thing I was reading was using the she pronoun. So I'm doing my best. I don't mean to, it's just not, it doesn't roll off the tongue. All right, I'm doing my best. Oh, yeah. I'm sure Jade has got to have so much dirt on Amber Lola. I can't wait. I can't friggin' wait. It's gotta happen. Because at this point, like I said, all the X's and O's are coming out. Coming out of the world. I don't know what Amber's done lately. But everyone's ticked off and everyone's coming forward. Maybe everyone's broken Let's Clicks. I don't know. It could be that. But is Beck even monetized? No, really. Are they even monetized? Wow, they do great drawings.
Stuck taking care of her. And whenever I talked about trying to get a job again, she would just guilt trip me and say, well, I need you here. I need you to help take care of me and to help me take care of the animals. She would just guilt trip me into not trying to find another job. And the only things she really would buy me is like food and candy and t-shirts.
I know, it was ridiculous. We used to joke about it being like the daycare center. And it's just not worth it for a crummy t-shirt and some candy. It's like, is Amber dating a 7-year-old?
I mean, whenever I would try to save up change, she would say things like, is that your funds for when you leave me? So I would even stop saving change to avoid that conflict with her. In the end, me quitting my job wasn't about helping me. It was about controlling me and keeping me under her thumb. And
right, yeah, right, that's what I'm saying, Travis. I'm not even sure if they're monetized, so... Oh, wait, they got a super thanks because their new car's in a ditch. I mean, I'm not mad about Beck getting money and clicks. I'm just saying, I'm not sure why everyone's coming forward all of a sudden. It seems to be, like, coordinated. You know what I mean? Anyway.
She did keep me away.
Because they're all... Is it just me that they're all coming forward?
From my family. And whenever I would go see my family, she would time me on when I had to be back. And if I wasn't back by that time, then it would be a fight for the rest of the night.
I believe it. It's like, all right, Beck, go get my McDonald's and my 20-piece and my ice cream. But you have to be back by 6:27 p.m. Yeah, it does sound like Beck's gone through therapy, Jamie. I hope, I hope so, but,
And then the next time that I would try to leave to go see anybody else, she would guilt trip me and say things along the lines of...
You know what it is, Matt? I think, I hate to say it, but, at the time, Beck, was a victim, though. At the time. I'm hoping they've grown... I mean, Beck hasn't really been making videos except this one. So they could have been clickbaiting a lot more than they have been, right? Like, a lot more. They could have made, so much money. I'm thinking, anyway.
I didn't care about her and that I cared more about everybody else other than her. And then she said, if that makes me a bad guy, fine. I hear your opinion and it makes sense based off of what you know. But your opinion would probably change if you knew everything. I thought I was doing the right thing. If I could go back, I'd do everything differently. Saying if that makes me the bad guy is so obviously manipulative. You're framing what you did to me in this positive light so that...
I mean... you could visibly see how being with Amber beat down Beck. You could physically see it on their face, on how they wore the trauma on their body toward the end of there. You could see it. Damn.
that it looks like your intentions were good when they weren't. You did a lot of bad.
Nobody, I hate to say it, but I don't think nobody believed it was good except, you know, Beck. It's like Amber had Beck under like some kind of spell.
And you said you'd do things different now, but you haven't taken any accountability. I feel like the only thing you would change is doing the exact same things in a way that would have made you look even better. And that's all I really wanted to say about the screenshot. I just wanted to respond to that so it didn't seem like, you know, she was able to spread lies about me and me not speak up.
You know, I like that Beck did that, because we all saw, I remember talking about that at the time, and like, I guess Amber's just assuming Beck's not going to say anything. That's kind of like, hold on, I want to find that screenshot that they're talking about. Like, they're talking about this, like, I don't know. So Amber's saying all this crap just assuming that Beck's not going to say anything. Just because Beck's been offline, like, Amber's like taking advantage of that, and that's so crappy. Like, that's, I don't have an ex remotely like Amber, thank God. I never went through like this. I have a better filter than I give myself credit for. Like, it does. Yeah, Ashley said narc manipulation feels like a spell. I totally get this. Jamie said Amber was gaslighting Beck and had all the financial control. Oh, okay, let me go back to, I think we were here. Sorry, guys. I'm clicking around.
And fight for myself like she probably expected I wouldn't do. And something else I wanted to talk about was
So now Beck realizes that. Like, Amber's just saying that assuming I'm not going to fight back. That's so crappy. That's so weird.
Found out today that she lost.
Oh, Megan said, I wonder if Amber forced Beck out of the apartment or if they wanted to pack that quickly. Right.
Rarity.
By the way, I guess am I keeping you from pre-gaming? Oh, the lot. Oh, sweet Rarity. I can't believe this happened.
To talk about was I just found out today that she lost Rarity, and that breaks my heart. Rarity was very special to me. I loved all three of those animals very much. Rarity was like my little shadow toward the end. She followed me everywhere I went.
And we all wanted Becky to take wanted Beck to take the animals, but this part is tragic.
And it was hard to even leave her. And I know when Amber talked about moving to Oklahoma, she was scared that she could only find a place that allowed 2 animals. So she considered giving me Rarity, but that's not what ended up happening. And I sometimes wish that I would have gotten her, because now who knows where Rarity is. Before I get to talking,
I don't know. All I can do is guess based on my cat tarot where Rarity is, and I think Rarity's somewhere good with other cats. That's what I saw. Hey, stop, Goral. Right, Jamie said Beck was living with Hannah and Rafe. I remember that. Right. So Beck couldn't have the animals at the time.
About myself, I want to leave some advice for anyone going through a narcissistic abusive relationship. The most important thing is that you don't feel isolated. That goes for any relationship. If you feel like something is wrong, but you don't feel like your partner wants you to tell anyone else about it, that is a red flag. That's when it's important to talk to your friends and family.
Loss of self and self-worth. So many of us go through loss of sense of self-worth and stuff in general, like in relationships.
About what's happening. You can get so engulfed in abuse that you don't even see what's happening to you.
This is great that Beck has this at the end here. This is great.
Outside perspective and a good support system is key to finding the strength to leave. For a while now, I've been...
Sorry. Who said that? Yeah, I have cat tarot at the vegan. That's Stop Girl said, I literally planned for this at 6, then I smoked too much. Well, that's usually how things end up for me, too. That's funny. Anyway.
Focusing on myself and my loved ones.
Good.
I live somewhere new. I have new friends and a new love and a new job that has been
yes, they do.
amazing and personally fulfilling. I've been finding new hobbies and working through my grief and dealing with my mental health, trying to live a normal life. In a few weeks, I go in for surgery to have a biopsy done on the lumps on my thyroid.
God bless Beck. Hold on, what you guys say? I want to react to Stuff Girl said, honestly, you have to think. I wanted to read this. Honestly, you have to think. Your self-worth already has to be low to date someone like Amber. They're the most vulnerable. But that's the thing. They find people like that and prey on them. And they're like their victims. Jamie said, wow, it's almost like therapy and stuff can help with your mental health problems.
Happy to finally be taking care of my health in that way. I've been more happy these past few months than I've been in years, but life still isn't kind or easy. My old car finally started to give out on me, and that was nerve-wracking. But through hard work and a bit of luck, I was able to finance a new vehicle. Unfortunately, I've been facing more hardships lately. Winter storms that this area hasn't seen in years had us snowed in for almost 2 weeks.
Damn.
A few days after returning to work, we started feeling sick and tested positive for COVID. I'm just now recovering, but because of all of that, I haven't been able to work my usual hours and have suffered financially. Just a couple days ago, on my way to get groceries, my car slid on ice while driving. The car went into
gosh, that just broke my heart. Stop Girl said even youth can be a factor. Poor Beck losing their 20s like that. Well, that's a good point. Jamie said Amber knows how to love bomb. You gotta be careful of the love bomb. Like, if it's too good to be true, if it's even too good to be true, that's like that's a red tarp. Oh, wow, this is where my car is currently stuck. We can't even get it towed because of the snow and ice.
Ditch, airbags deployed. The car landed on its side. Insurance deemed it totaled and does not cover rentals while the settlement is decided.
That's crazy.
Luckily, I'm physically okay, but I'm scared again for the future, unsure of how I'll be able to keep my job, get to work these next few weeks, how I'm going to get a different car if the settlement isn't more than what I owe, since I've only had this for 2 months, or pay upcoming bills. Circumstances right now are difficult. Before, I know this kind of thing would have felt like the end, like I'm going to lose everything all over again.
Right.
But even though I can't see a clear path forward, I'm still hopeful.
That's right. That's faith. That's
never
wonderful.
Before had that feeling that I could fight for my situation to get better until now. I'm glad that I've made the progress I have.
That's wonderful. That's great. That's like, I love that. It's like, so that's like the opposite of victimy, because at this point, friggin' Beck could like cower in a corner and cry and think about what a mess their life is and blah blah blah, but they're being proactive, and that's great. Yeah, Beck and cars do not get along, Megan. Poor Beck. But tis the season, right? Like with ice and cars and whatnot.
If this feels like a huge step backward, and I know people are going to say,
"Oh, my 20s were the worst, Courtney." You guys are talking about. I friggin' hated my 20s. They were so hard. Like, why were my 20s so hard? Type 1 if your 20s were the hardest part of your life. That's it, just me. My 30s are almost over at this point. When I look back on it, my 20s were like, slaving away, crying every night, pining for people, like friggin' like what was I doing? What was I even doing? I was in my 20s. Why wasn't I out having fun? I was either working or crying when I was in my 20s. Friggin' I know I'm not alone. Friggin' like your 20s are so hard. And everyone's, and then I remember there were times I would go to work so tired because friggin' I worked open and close the day before, and then I would open the store the next day, and my boss would be like, "Oh, what's wrong? You're young." Like ISTG. Like, are you kidding me? I'm friggin' tired. Gosh, dang it. Oh, now I got Cheryl the vegan in here. I got 2 vegans in here. Oh, Cheryl said, loved my 20s, college first, job, apartment, blah, blah. You know, I get it. That's wonderful. I'm glad you had a good 20s. That's great. My 20s sucked. Friggin', I had a first apartment too that I got evicted from. I remember. It was so, my 20s were so hard. Gosh. Now, friggin', you know, I don't know. Friggin', Travis said I found out I have arthritis in my neck at 28. Friggin', like, right? I was diagnosed with MS when I was 21. That my 20s were when my disease was the most active. Like, my 20s were horrible. Right, Sarah said my 20s was working, crying, drinking, being a hoe. Oh, Dana's here and vegan too. That's great. Yay. I had pastina for dinner. That was my vegan dinner. I wonder what you guys had.
Begging on the internet again, but I'm trying to use this
Girl,
opportunity.
Go ahead and beg. That's great. Unfortunately, I'd give if I could, but I'm like, oh my god, I just had Christmas. It was just my nephew's birthday. Friggin', I have to pay rent in 2 days. No, I don't. But it's like, it sure seems like it every day.
I need to clear some things up and help myself at the same time. I made this video because I know I can't entirely escape my past. None of us can. But at least maybe I can use it to try and better myself. It will be a month or two before I can make anything from this video. So if you want to help me out, I'll leave my Cash App in the description. Right. You don't have to send money, but please be kind and think of me as a person who is trying, just like you. I'm not sure when I'll post again. I don't know if I'm built for constant content creation. Sometimes the burden of an audience can be...
That's okay, girl. You weren't built for constant content creation. Just to pop up every now and then when you have car troubles. That's fine. I don't mean to pick on her. Honestly, I like I said, I would do the same thing, friggin' if I were Amber. Like, not Amber. If I were Beck. I just don't know. Whoops. I don't know how... What's the matter with me? Sorry, guys. I'm, like, so tired. What are you guys saying, Travis? Good for you, Travis. God, Jamie said I enjoyed watching the art. I was, like, zoned out most of the time listening to that because I was watching the art being drawn. And Beck is just so good at that. And anyway... Yeah, X said, someone I know told me about Bitcoin in 2010, and I'm like, no thanks, I'll save the money. Yeah, I made a video about Bitcoin in 2013, complaining that I didn't buy it when it was 50 cents, right? And the price had ballooned to $90. And I was, without irony, because I didn't know, because it was 2013, the video's still up if you guys want to click on it. The irony that I'm complaining that I missed the boat while Bitcoin was $90. That video is still up. Okay? If you just search my Bitcoin story, KickingGeese, and you'll see it. I told the story. Not an ounce of irony because it's literal like 2013 or something when I made the video. Like, what an idiot. And at the time, like, read the comments from, like, 13 years ago. Nobody, well, I'm sure they are now, but nobody was like, oh, it's still early. You know, friggin'. You know someone who took a $60K loan to buy Dogecoin. I don't know. Guys, catching something like Bitcoin is, like, a once-in-a-lifetime, like, you're, like, you know, I don't know. Anyway. You also ignored someone who told you to buy Bitcoin in 2010, Sienna. Like, I'm an idiot. I'm a complete idiot that like, literal, like, I tell the story about how, I don't want to watch it because the video, I think, gets a little political, so I don't want to talk about it now, but friggin', oh yeah, that's right, I was going to talk about politics. So, did you guys hear about... I just heard about this morning, and I meant to look into it, but friggin' I was busy today-ish. So, oh, it's 7 o'clock. I have to end this so we can... I don't want to miss the game. But, what was I saying? I just heard this morning about how the Treasury is running out of money on Tuesday. Did you guys hear about that? Like, about how the government's going to go and shut down on Tuesday? this Tuesday. So Janet Yellen, who's the Treasury Secretary, on the outgoing Treasury Secretary, the one who's leaving, right? She said on Friday, "Oh, by the way, the government's running out of money on Tuesday." Did you guys hear about this? Right, Stop Girl said what? Exactly, right? Like nobody. So I'm like, wait. So now I heard about this. I like you guys know, like I follow like financial news, right? And I'm not really into like politics, but like anyway. So I thought that the government was running out of money in March. Now that was annoying, right? I remember that. I was like, well, that's annoying because we're gonna have a new administration. They're gonna have to deal with that early in their administration. That's this friggin' so. But no, it's the government's running out of money on Tuesday. Matt said they gave all our money to Ukraine. Like how many billions have we given to Ukraine? Well, like so we didn't have money to run the government, but like I know we were sending billions to Ukraine. Like I don't like what is this? Am I like Travis said if I could afford to flee to Canada. Well, Canada's I don't know if those rumors come true. You might go to Canada and then just become a part of the US again. You did miss the react, Mallory. I'm sorry. This was not my favorite react. I'm not going to lie. Right, Ukraine, Israel, like friggin' we're sending all this money to whatnot and like friggin' like right like so on Trump's, sorry, I don't know if that's like a bad word, but like on the first day, the government's out of money. Like you're kidding me, right? I can't. I Sarah said it's about the budget. If they vote to raise the debt ceiling, it'll be fine. They do this all the time, right? So, but that's the thing is, I thought that was happening in March. Matt said, $700 for the folks in Maui in North Carolina. Now they got to pay it back. Oh, the TikTok thing is heartbreaking, Wyoma. It is heartbreaking. There are people that make their living on TikTok. That is heartbreaking. I really hope there's a last minute save there. I really hope so because that's awful. No, I don't know if I think Matt may have been joking, Ashley. I don't know about that. Right? Dory said, I can't believe that a country that's so proud of itself managed to shut itself down. I know. I can't. Anyway. You think the TikTok thing's a huge distraction, Stop Girl? I mean, possibly, because, like, I'm sorry. Like, how do we, oh, you missed it, Ursinate? All right, well, the best part's at the end here. How does the government run out of money? Like, it was supposed to run out in March. This came out of nowhere. On her last day, the last press conference before she walks out the door, Janet Yellen's like, oh, by the way, y'all running out of money on Tuesday. And Monday's a national holiday. So, things are closed because Monday's Martin Luther King Day, I think. So everything on the government's closed on Monday. So it's just not going to open. I can't. I just don't know what happened. I literally just learned this, so I wanted to get my thoughts out there. Amy said print more. You think society will be better off without TikTok, Matt? I actually agree with you. I'm not a fan of TikTok. I think it's drastically shorted everybody's attention spans and made everybody gave everybody a little brain rot a little bit. But a lot of people make their livings on TikTok though, so not a lot of people, I guess. But and also it's I don't know. I'm just not a fan of like, so I don't know, like, social media is like where people can talk. You and Jamie hates TikTok. So do I. I hate TikTok. God, when my mom and my sister, and I don't even want to take it down, but anyway, but when my mom and my sister are scrolling TikTok, it sounds like nails on the chalkboard to me. It's like the same stupid song over and over, and it's like a new song's in fashion every other day. So it's like, I, it's just so annoying. So wait, does TikTok have an ad-free version? God, that's annoying. Ads. Sienna said I tried scrolling TikTok once and it overwhelms me completely. My family sends me funny TikToks sometimes. Like if I get sent a funny TikTok, that's different. Anywho's. All right. Well, I gotta hang up because friggin' I got football things to watch. So, tomorrow I'm gonna be disappeared from the internet because friggin' I can't. It's very hard for me to think about anything other than my Eagles game tomorrow, and I'm. So, anyway, so I'll see you guys Monday. I'm sure I'll be back Monday. I'm sure what's her name will post by then. Let's see what she accuses Becca of next time, huh? All right, bye, Jamie. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Oh, Travis, thank you for coming. Thank you guys so much for coming. I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you, Sienna said. Have fun. Go sports. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to rip my hair out. I'm freaking stressed out about my game. I'm like, oh, am I rooting? I kind of don't care about the Texans game, Monica, but I'm kind of rooting for the Texans. That'd be fun. What is the score of that game? All right, guys, I got to hang up. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming. You could be anywhere on a Saturday night. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys Monday. Bye, everybody.